What's good, people? Let's draw some horses. I want to draw more animals. I made a poll on here on YouTube on what people would like to see more of, like for example portraits or animals, and I got some votes saying animals, so I'm gonna draw some horses. First off, you need to know what a horse looks like, and I can't really draw a good horse from imagination yet, so of course we're gonna need some reference today. I'm gonna draw from a couple of different angles and poses. We're gonna start with this one. So mainly I focus on the shapes. Like, I don't really draw like this anymore. Like when you were young, probably you didn't know about guidelines and methods, and you would just draw like this and hoping for the best, and it can work sometimes, but it's more fun to look for shapes. So for example, if you look on the head, it's kind of, horses got long heads, long faces, so we could, for example, make a cylinder, and the rest of the body we could, for example, make a rectangle like this. Just sketching the rough shapes. And then we have you can have a circle here if you want to. And the tail. And let's draw some legs. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's all about getting better, all about practicing. And then we have the back legs. Horses, they have a lot of muscles in their legs. They are really strong, fast. You would know if you have done any kind of horse riding. I don't really have the experience, but I know people who does. Alright, so now we have, I don't know if you could see clear enough, but yeah. Now I have used some basic shapes. You have a cylinder, and then you have a rectangle, circle. So I just kind of try to look for these shapes when I draw. It makes it easier to simplify the body. And when I have all that, I draw. I start drawing. For example, here you have the mouth and the nose. And then you have the eye. Horses, they have funny looking eyes. They can see, I think it's 360 degrees, so they can see you from behind without turning their heads, and that's why they kick you. I know I know someone who she did a lot of riding, and she got kicked by a horse, and now she has brain damage. So, I don't mean to laugh, but like, she's got memory loss and short-term memory. So horses, they are dangerous. Maybe they feel threatened, and they just kick extremely hard. As you can see with the muscles, they are super strong. Yeah. Muscle separation. Then we have the belly. I'm gonna try to do this as simple as I can, but I still want it to look kinda good. Just for the demonstration's sake. It's really hard to actually know what you want to draw. Like, there's so many things, there's so many mediums. This channel is really all about it. I mean, it's all over the place. I don't really know. I haven't really found my style yet, and I don't really know what to draw. I want to draw everything. I'm sure you want to draw everything too. Like, for example, animals, and you have so many things. You have people, animals, buildings, landscapes. So many options. You can draw a concept from imagination, making creatures, fantasy creatures and animals. It's really too much. Like, I see all these videos on YouTube. I love watching other people create and draw. And it's like, oh, I want to try that too. And it's really hard to actually stick to one thing. But I guess it will be easier if you're able to find your style, your niche. So I hope that, because I was thinking about stop uploading to this channel and just let it die, because I had abandoned it for like a year. I didn't upload for a year. It really hurt my channel. It really hurt, like, all the viewers, they just disappeared. I don't really know if I have an audience anymore, but I still want to try to revive this channel. And truth be told, I don't really know if I ever had an audience, because I got kind of lucky with some videos. So I guess I'll just try again, see where it's going. Try to make better videos, try to make more videos. As long as you're having fun, I guess that's the main part, the main thing. All right. I don't think I'm gonna do any more with this horse. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. So there's a horse running. We can do another pose. We can see if we can find some cool poses. You know, let's draw a head, just a head. Okay, I would like to draw this like what I'm looking after. What I'm looking for when I try to draw this is really the shapes. I try to separate the neck and the head. So this line here is the separation, and then you have the top of the head, and then it all kind of goes down in this angle. And it kind of ends up like that. And when you have the guidelines, you can just go in and draw it like this. And you can just erase. All that. And then we can draw the ear. And the fluffy hair. That's a good looking hair. I bet if that's a guy, he gets a lot of ladies. He's like a lady's horse. Right, and then we have the mouth. Just gonna make a line here. Then you have the nose. And of course the eye. It's right around here, I would say. I always make a circle for the eyes. That's the type of guideline that I mainly use. And then I draw the iris. And then it's usually the eyelids. And I try to follow the direction of the hair. It's gonna look way more natural. Drawing hair is like, I don't really like it, I don't really enjoy it, but it's something that you have to learn. It's crucial because if you draw people, they usually have hair, and if you draw animals, they usually have fur. So either way, you should learn it, unless you like to draw buildings and such. Buildings is really fun to draw, but I think it's way more fun to draw life, living things. people can relate more, I think. Now we're gonna fill in the skin, the dark values. Just gonna do some light and basic rendering. That's kind of cool. Alright, there is our second horse, head only. Maybe we can do another one. Maybe a small horse. I think it's important to kind of feel what you're drawing. You kind of have to like the photo that you draw, the pose, and it will make it more enjoyable. Here is a horse standing. I think I'm gonna do this one. All right. So I'll start with the head, and to make room for the hooves. Is it hooves they are called? I don't really know. Okay. Let's just call it legs. Okay, so I'll start with the head here, I think. I've been drawing for about a year and a half, or maybe it's even 2 years now. It's been kind of on and off. I had a year, like the first year, I drew a lot in the first year, and then I kind of got burned out, and it was just a little bit here and there, but it's really important to actually be consistent. That's the biggest thing. Shouldn't be overlooked. It's really powerful. Only a couple of days a week for a few years would be extremely good, instead of just drawing for a year and burning out and then waiting another year to actually draw. Now I haven't been drawing for, I think, I don't know, maybe a month. So it's time to get back. It's time to actually get good at this. I don't feel like I'm very good. I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement, and it should be. Even if you are good, it's always something to learn. I think that, especially with music, they always say like, oh, you will never master music. There's always something to learn. And I guess it's really the same with drawing. It's always something to learn. It's always something that you aren't particularly good at. For example, my biggest hero in comics, John Buscema, he said that he's not very good at drawing mechanical things like cars and planes, but he was really good at drawing life, drawing poses, people, animals, but he couldn't stand drawing cars. So you also kind of need passion. But he was a comic book artist, so that was the way he made his living. So he had to draw what he hated to draw. Luckily, you and me, we don't have to do that. We can draw whatever we want. And actually knowing what you want to draw is something that I wish I knew. But I can tell that drawing animals, it seems like a blast, seems really fun. It's kind of more forgiving than to draw. Let's say you are drawing a face or a celebrity or something. Everybody knows what that person looks like, and everybody knows what a face looks like. Like, for example, nose and eyes and all the proportions. You can't really make so many mistakes before it looks really bad, you know. But with animals, I think there's a lot more room for error. So that's also something that I enjoy, especially in the beginning of my journey, because I feel that if you've been drawing for a year or two, you are still a beginner. You are still at the beginning stages of your journey, and you should take that into consideration when you establish a practice routine. I try to look at what they study, what they teach at academies, and I try to focus on that. So that's like a good way of learning. Just trying to imagine that you are a student. It can work, I think. Especially things you have to learn are, of course, proportions, but anatomy, perspective, light and shadows, they are absolutely vital. They are very necessary to succeed and to learn this craft, this art of drawing. Now I'm just gonna add some shadows. And I think we are almost finished. I'm not gonna do anything spectacular with the rendering. Just some basic, very basic stuff. Maybe I'll even use an eraser. and on this guy too. Nice. So that's how you draw a horse. That's how you draw multiple horses. That's the way I practice. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. And of course, I hate to bother you, but if you want to, you can like, comment, share, or subscribe. Thank you.